Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And we're going to start a whole new 20 From series, and this is going to deal with the 70s. But we're not going to do 20 from each year of the 70s. Oh god no, because there weren't nearly as many arcade video games back then as there were in, say, the 80s. So what we're going to do is 20 from the entire decade of the 70s. And then I'll have a nice long honorable mentions list. But we're going to start with the first worldwide smash arcade video game that caused a yen shortage in its native Japan, and this is the great Space Invaders, game number 1 in our 20 from the 70s series. And this was licensed to Midway in the US, but it was created by Taito, and I saw both the Midway and Taito cabinets in America. And there were various versions of Space Invaders. Some had basic overlay, and some had this overlay with a little bit of a planet in the background. And there's the marquee of the Midway version. But yeah, it was created by Taito and licensed to Midway in the US. And again, I saw both cabinets in the US. This also came in a cocktail cabinet, a cabaret cabinet, and just a multitude of rip-offs. This was just copied by a million different other companies that changed the look of the Invaders. But notice that there's an overlay on this as well. The bottom part of the screen is green colored, and then the very top of the screen is red, or maybe it was orange. But this also had a little humor in the attract mode, which was really quite fetching. See, the Y is upside down in play, and the invader goes off and puts it in the right way. Very cute for 1978. But yeah, this was the best game of the 70s in my opinion. But the gist of the game is that alien forces are descending upon the planet Earth. See and this time the word coin is misspelled with 2 C's, and the invaders shot the C to make it spelled correctly. Very cute for 1978. But these rows of invaders move from left to right, and once they reach the edge, they drop down and move the other way. But whenever they reach the edge, they drop down 1 row. And if you let even one invader reach the very bottom of the screen where you're at, your game ends. And a good thing to do is learn to strafe, move to the row, fire, and move out of the way. Note that the top invader, their shots will plow right through your shots. For every other scenario, an invader's shot, when you shoot it, it'll disappear. Your shot won't go through it. And you have these 4 bases. Once in a while a UFO will appear. And its value will change depending on how many shots you fired. But yeah, there are 4 bunkers. They will protect you from the enemy's fire, but they will be turned into Swiss cheese very quickly. And you can shoot through those bunkers yourself, too. And once the invaders get low enough... dang it. Once the invaders get low enough, they'll just take out the bunkers. They'll just disappear. But, yeah, you just want to whittle the invaders down to nothing before they can reach the bottom of the screen. And as you whittle their numbers down, they start to move a little bit faster. Will I get him? Yep. And there is a trick on trying to get the full value of that UFO, and he can be worth as much as 300 points. And that's if you shoot him on your 23rd shot, or every 15th shot after that, he will be worth 300 points. Your shots don't have to hit invaders. Just every shot fired counts towards that total. And notice how hard it is to hit the last invader. Your shots have to be just right. Come on. There we go. And then you just start all over again. Again, maybe trying to use the strafe technique is not a bad idea. Just move under the invader, move out of the way after you fire, and repeat. It's good to take out a whole column, I think. Can I get him? Nope. Dang it. But again, notice the color overlay here. It was put across the screen, and the bottom area is green. You get an extra life at 1500 points. The bottom area is green, and the way top is red. Ah. Ooh, got him. And there I got the full 300. Again, you will get the full 300 if you shoot him with your 23rd shot, or with every 15th shot. Pretty risky to travel under low enemies while you're trying to go over and shoot that UFO. But again, the top enemies, their shots will run right through yours if they collide. Every other incident, your shots will. I got him. Your shots will cancel each other out. On later levels, after you destroy all the invaders, then the sets of invaders will start lower, like one row lower. Yeah, when it's down to 2, the invaders move the same exact speed as you do. That last one moves slower when he moves from right to left. That might be the best opportunity to get him unless your timing is great. Now this was ported to bajillion home systems. The Atari 2600 version was fantastic. And, oh, sweet, got him right off the bat. And it had a bajillion different versions you could play. Some of the invaders were like invisible or something like that. There were a few sequels to this, direct sequels, but a myriad of copies. Oops. But that is Space Invaders. And I'll show you what it looks like if you let the invaders reach Earth. They will automatically end your game, no matter how many lives you have left. Note, they're wiping out the bunkers. Game over. That is Space Invaders, game number 1 in our 20 from the 70s series. Created by Taito and licensed to Midway in the US. This is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching game number 1 in our 20 from the 70s series, Space Invaders by Taito and licensed to Midway. I'll catch you later with another video in this series. See you then, folks. Bye-bye.